Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Nekoosa and a night of, believe it or not, high school basketball. Yes, the boys hit the court this evening. They'll take on the Poynette Pumas in non-conference basketball action. My name is Tom Kirst. Along with me behind the camera tonight is Kirst. We're certainly glad you could join us for this Nekoosa Sports telecast. Our thanks, as always, to Nekoosa High School and River City's Community Access for helping us bring you telecasts of NHS sports. Well, following a very successful football campaign, which, by the way, ended just 9 days ago, Nekoosa boys shift gears tonight, taking to the hardwood for their tip-off of this 2013-14 basketball season. Papermakers enjoyed a pretty good season a year ago. Certainly have some graduation holes to fill, but are optimistic heading into this early season schedule. Nekoosa finished 14-11 a year ago. That season ended with a regional loss to Prairie du Chien, by a score of 56-47 in a game played here in Nekoosa. In South Central Conference play, the Papermakers finished third with a 6-4 mark. Wisconsin Dells, of course, won the conference last season with a perfect 10-0 record. Mauston finished in second place with an 8-2 mark. Leading this year's squad is senior Owen Linsmeyer. Owen, a four-year varsity starter for the Papermakers. Led the team in scoring a year ago, dropping in 14 a game. Also returning with varsity experience are seniors Ty Kreider, Ben Hosnero, and Brad Savage. Poynette, well, he had a pretty good season a year ago also, 13-11 on the season. They finished 4-6 in a tough Capital North Conference. Fourth place in that conference behind league champion Lodi, who, by the way, went on to lose the state championship ball game, finished second in the state behind La Crosse Aquinas. They too returned their three top scorers from last season, and junior Tanner Brooks, junior Riley Lytle, and senior Ethan Lurkin. Our national anthem performed by the Nekoosa High School Band under the direction of Mr. Jeff LaRose. It's time to meet the two teams. First, of course, for Poynette. Visitors dressed in white tonight. They will start number 2, Scott Lenius, along with 6'3" junior Riley Lytle. Third starter for Poynette, number 20, Tanner Brooks, 6'2" junior. 22 is Ethan Lurquin, a 6'4" senior. And rounding out the Poynette lineup, number 34, Ben Latimer, a 6'5" junior. Poynette coached by Mr. John Weiss. Now the starting lineup for the Nekoosa Papermakers, coached by Mr. Chuck Balderschweiler. Chuck in his 7th season. First man to the court, number 2, is Owen Linsmeyer. He's a 6'1" senior. Starting in the backcourt with Linsmeyer, 5'11" senior Brett Gersmo. 14, a 6'4" senior Brad Savage. Now they're starting forward. Ty Kreider wears number 32. He's a 6'4" senior. And rounding out the Nekoosa starting lineup, a junior, 6'4", Tanner Stevens. He wears number 42. So I mentioned Nekoosa coached by Mr. Chuck Balderschweiler. Chuck in his 8th season leading this Nekoosa varsity program. Again this year he is assisted by Mr. Eric Peterson at the varsity level. JV coach for Nekoosa is Mr. Bob Atkinson, and handling the freshman team this year is Mr. Doug Knutson. We're about ready for basketball. Pretty good Poynette team coming to town tonight. This Poynette team, as I mentioned a minute ago, finished with 13 wins last year, but they also knocked off Lodi. The only loss for the Blue Devils until they reached that championship game down to Madison. Poynette controls the tip. Riley Little, make that Lytle with it. Nekoosa opens man-to-man in the front court. Ball tipped away. This is Ty Kreider going the other way. Kreider lays it down. Nekoosa with a 2-0 lead in the early going. So that turnover turns into a bucket for the Papermakers. Long three ball on the way, missed by Brooks. But Poynette with the offensive rebound as Lytle pulled it away. Yeah, they set their offense again against the Nekoosa man-to-man. They go inside, and we're going to get a Nekoosa foul on number 42, Tanner Stevens, his first. And of course, the first foul in this ball game. Haven't played a minute yet. Nekoosa with a 2-0 lead. Inside, and a miss by Latimer. It's going to be Nekoosa basketball. Little full court pressure employed here by Poynette. So Owen has to work for the basketball. He's going to take it up the court on Lenius. Taken away, though. And a score for number 20, Tyler Brooks. We're tied at 2. Savage comes back to help this time. Kreider on the sideline. Cross court right through the hands of Brett Gershman. So each team with a turnover in the early going. Actually, 2 of them now for Nekoosa. That pressure causing back-to-back TOs. Savage picks up the dribbler at midcourt, drops it off to Lenius. Down the baseline, back out to Brooks. Good move. Did he walk? He did. So that was Latimer, 6'5" junior with a walk. Turnover 2 on Poynette. Quickly down the court. Owen with a good feed. And Tanner Stevens puts it down. Nekoosa back on top 4-2. Quickly the other way, and we get a foul before the shot. And Poynette will have the basketball at the baseline. Tanner Stevens picks up his second. So a little foul trouble here in the early going for Nekoosa. Lurquin will take the 10-footer, in and out. Latimer battles, gets it back. He misses. And a third attempt coming up for, nope, I was going to say Nekoosa basketball. That surprises me. I thought maybe that ball went off a paper maker. Again, the pressure. Nekoosa hasn't handled it real well this far. Owen double teamed at the center line. And it's picked off, going the other way. And a nice play by Owen as he swats the ball away from Lurquin. So Nekoosa not handling the basketball well, but Poynette really not cashing in on those turnovers yet. Hunter Sipla, a 6'4", make that 6'3" junior, enters the game for Nekoosa. He replaces Stevens as Lurquin knocks down the 12-footer. And we're tied at 4 with 5:57 to play here in the first period. Gershmal against pressure. Tries to get it up the court to Owen. And Nekoosa's 4th turnover. Boy, the pressure really bothering Nekoosa. Long 3-ball on the way. And delivered by Tanner Brooks. First lead of the night for Poynette now at 7-4. Gershmal lost it again. Boy, the turnover's really eating up Nekoosa right now. And we get a carry called on number 5, Riley Lytle. So Nekoosa will inbound. Brooks with 5 of the 7 Poynette points. 33, Brennan Peterson in the ball game now for Poynette. He's a 6'1" senior. Owen this time. Drops it off to Kreider inside. Savage finishes the job. Brad with his first bucket. And quickly Poynette back at down the court. Really attacking offensively. And Lurquin gets the 5-footer. 9-6. And we get a little touch foul outside called on Lenius. It's the first Poynette foul. Number 4 is Bradley Smith, a 5'11 junior. He checks in now for the Pumas. And we get a little touch foul outside again. Calling the hand check, evidently. 24 got the foul. I'm not sure who 24 is. Near turnover. Kreider lays it in. Tie with his second bucket. 9-8 our score. Poynette. 3-ball on the way. That one brackets off. Kreider with a rebound. Nekoosa trying to run the other way. Owen slices through the crowd. Drops to Tarek Tuttle, who's in the ball game now for Nekoosa. Tuttle in the corner. Kreider underneath the basket. Gets it back, and one more time. Ty Kreider has 6 now for the Papermakers, and the Papermakers back on top. 10-4. (10-9) our score, 3:57 to play here in the first quarter. Lurquin knocks down the long 2. He's got 6. Near steal, Owen fires a quick 3. Long rebound picked up on the floor by Poynette. Savage up defensively. Lurquin almost walked, kicked it back outside. Bradley Smith with the miss. And Owen had the rebound, and they're going to say Nekoosa basketball. Coach Weiss rotating several players here in the first quarter, keeping his team fresh, applying that man-to-man pressure. Owen drops it off. Good finish by Hunter Sipla. Sipla just entered the ball game for the Papermakers. He gets a quick bucket. Nekoosa by 1. Lytle drills the 2. And boy, end-to-end action to start this ball game. Actually, these teams actually shooting the ball fairly well, or real well, considering this is their first ball game. Now, these kids have really only been in the gym for about a week. Andrew Melvin checks in for Nekoosa, 6'4" sophomore. He wears number 10. So right now, Nekoosa with Tuttle, Savage, Sipla, Linsmeyer, and Melvin in the ball game. We're going to get a walk called out Nekoosa. Turnover 4, I think. Smith puts it in play. And the ball's taken away by Owen, but he stepped on the end line, or the sideline, I should say. So it'll be Poynette basketball. 13-12 Pumas. 2:51 to play opening period. Lytle holds it on top. Good Nekoosa defense, and we get a timeout called by the Pumas. 30-second timeout. 2:33 to play the first half. We'll make that first quarter 13-12. Poynette. Poynette puts it in play. 2:33 to play first quarter. Lurquin, tough shot inside. He almost got it to go. Drew the foul. Andrew Melvin picks up the foul. I believe that's the third now as a team on Nekoosa. And Lurquin shoots 2. First free throw of the night for either team. Ty Kreider checks back in for the Papermakers. Savage takes the seat. Poynette looking to expand that lead now to 3. And little touch foul again on the rebound. 34, Latimer picks up his first, a team third now on Poynette. Both teams with 3 fouls. Tuttle almost saved it. Savage tried to get the block and he draws the foul. So again, the backcourt pressure. And to the line now, number 5 is Riley Lytle. He shoots 2. So the rim has not been kind to the Pumas here in the last couple minutes. Lytle gets one more. Tuttle. Cross court. Kreider right back to Tuttle. Ball taken away to the other end. Can't save it. Nekoosa gets it back. Ooh, Owen near over and back. Underneath, Hunter Sipla puts it down, draws the foul. Nice feed from Owen. And Hunter with his first bucket. And number 2, Lenius picks up his second. Gershmal back in for Nekoosa, as is Tanner Stevens. Melvin takes his seat. And I'm not sure who, I think Savage also sat. No, it was Tuttle that sat down. Hunter Sipla, 6'3" junior, shoots 1. He's got 4 already. Coming in off the bench here in the first period. Looking for number 5 right here. Nekoosa back on top, 15-14 now, a minute 47 to play in the first quarter. Good open look. Shot is missed, picked up on the floor and put in by 34, Ben Latimer. And now a steal by Latimer. Good feed. Lytle lays it down. 18-15 Poynette. Sipla will put it in play from the baseline. Does so to Gershmal, to Owen. Owen to the basket, missed the layup. Latimer with a rebound. Good defense that time, I believe. Sure looked like Gershmal got run over. Let's see what the outside official says. They're going to call the foul on Gershmal. Officials did a nice job of conferring with each other that time before they finally made their call. Unfortunately, it goes against Nekoosa. Lurquin has 9. And now Gershmal tied up in the backcourt. Turnover number 8 here in the first period. That's too many. And those 8 turnovers, a large part of that 5-point Poynette lead. Nekoosa had the possession arrow, and they do a good job attacking here as Tanner Stevens lays it down. Back comes Poynette. They don't give you a break whatsoever. 3 ball on the way, bracketed by Smith. Another offensive rebound. I think that ball went off of Lytle. It'll be Nekoosa basketball. 20-17 the lead. 47 seconds to play in Q1. Nekoosa with numbers. Gershmal got the roll. Brett with his first bucket. 20-19 our score. 35 seconds to play. Wide open 3 ball is drained by Tanner Brooks. He's got 8. Owen, double team, got it off the Gershmal. Oh, dangerous pass there. Owen got away with the 3, or got off the 3. Still 9 seconds to play. Good spin move but Brooks couldn't finish it. And the officials sort of let the quarter play out here. A couple of held balls not called, but the horn sounds, and that's the end of the first period. A lot of action here in quarter number 1. 3 more exciting quarters to go. Our score, Poynette 23 and Nekoosa 19. Poynette Pumas with the basketball to begin the second quarter. They're on top 23-19 as we begin the second. Got to be one of the longer possessions of the first half here for Poynette. They're actually a little bit deliberate. Now they attack the bucket. And Ty Kreider with the Lurquin miss. Again, Poynette trying to trap the basketball in the backcourt and the front court. They do a pretty good job there, don't they? And Lurquin now has 11. 25-19, another tip ball. That's going to go out of bounds to Nekoosa. Brett Gershon will put it in play. Trying to find a friend. Goes right through the hands of Stevens. 2-on-1 the other way. And Kreider knocks it out of bounds for Nekoosa. Eight turnovers in the first quarter for Nekoosa. They've got 2 already here in the second against the Poynette pressure. Very aggressive style of play by Poynette. And I can see this team wearing other opponents down with that style of play. A little bit like Wisconsin Dells. Good feet inside, good help defense. Sipla with the steal, Gershman the other way. Brad missed the shot. It's going to be Poynette basketball. A good defense, but Nekoosa can't convert that time. And now the Papermakers going to throw a little pressure out there themselves. 1-2-1-1. Zone press that time for Nekoosa. Kreider taps the ball out of bounds. Poynette will put it in play in the corner. Gershman out, Tuttle back in for Nekoosa. Quick shot. Owen with the rebound. Again, Owen attacked at the top of that key, lost the basketball. 3 ball. That one missed by Brooks. Kreider with the rebound the other way. Owen lays it down. You know, that's Owen's first bucket. Gets Nekoosa back within 4 at 25-21. Three ball again. That one brackets, but it's hustled down by Lurquin. And it's going to be Poynette basketball. That time Brennan Peterson didn't waste any time firing up the 3 ball. And look at the face of some of the Nekoosa players right now. They look a little bit gassed. A little different type of exercise playing basketball. Savage with a steal. Brad lays it down. Brad now with 4. Brooks. No, make that Lurquin. His 6th field goal of the game. Owen drops it off inside. Hunter Sipla with a basket. 27-25, Kreider with a steal. Ty can't finish the deal. Nekoosa keeps it alive though. Sipla with a miss. And Poynette with a rebound, and Coach Weiss wants the timeout. Well, a lot of excitement out there. 27-25 our score. Poynette with the lead, 5:15 to play in the half. Poynette will have the basketball in their backcourt. They lead by 2. And let's see if Nekoosa is going to apply a little pressure this time. Boy, Ethan Lurk went off to a great start. He's got 13 already in this ball game. Tanner Brooks for the Puma with 8, including 2 3-balls. Missed there by Smith. He chases down his rebound. And Poynette will reload. They've had their share of offensive rebounds in this first half also. Latimer lost it, picked up by Owen. Owen guarded one-on-one this time by Smith. Kreider ran out of arm that time, trying to get that ball on the other side of the rim. And Nekoosa gets beat down the floor, but a miss by Brooks leaves the basketball with Nekoosa. The Papermakers catch a break there. Still down by only 2. And here comes the Poynette pressure again. Owen a little slow to react that time. Kreider will fire the 3. Ty Kreider puts Nekoosa back on top. They've scored the last 6 points in this game. Now lead by 1. Nekoosa's first 3-ball of the night. A lot of contact on the drive. They're going to call a foul on Nekoosa. Hunter Sipla is going to get it. First for Hunter. Well, Ty Kreider having a good scoring evening. He's got 9 points here in the first half, including that 3-ball. Brooks with the only 3 balls for Poynette. Lytle's going to reset the offense. Lurquin fires another 3-ball. His first 3 of the night. But he's having a great scoring night. Well into double digits here with 3:30 to play here in the first half. Owen. And on the drive, they're going to get a Poynette foul. I believe that was number 4, Bradley Smith with the foul. His first, team 5th now on the Puma. Nekoosa was 16 fouls, by the way, so Poynette now in the bonus. Sipla, as Poynette falls asleep on the inbound. Hunter with 8 points, and Nekoosa back to even now at 30. 3-ball. Nothing but air this time for Brooks. Owen through the crowd. Kreider in the corner. Right back to Owen, inside to Sipla, tapped away. Owen fires the 3 and pulled down by Lytle. 3 minutes to play in the half. Brooks missed the shot. Offensive rebound and a miss by Lytle. Another tip and a miss, and finally 34 Ben Latimer fouled, taking up for about the 5th time. Brad Savage picks up his first 7th team foul. Ben Latimer shoots 2. Sipla is going to take a chair. Looks like maybe he's got a little blood maybe on his face. Brad Savage back in. Nekoosa right now with Melvin, Savage, Tuttle, Kreider, and Linsmeyer on the floor. Ben Latimer, a 6'5" junior, hits the first. He's got 3. Poynette back up by 1 at 31-30. And the second. Tower Manning, a 6'4" junior, checks in for Poynette. I believe that's the first time Manning's been in the ball game tonight. 32-30 the lead, 2:40 to play in the half. Savage. Tuttle flips it up, didn't get the roll. Savage battles, and I believe the ball went off of Brad. So the Puma with it. Miko Washington, a 5'9" senior, also in the ball game now for Poynette. His first action. He's as I said, a senior. Manning for three. Owen with a rebound. 3-on-3 coming back. Poynette does a pretty good job. Stevens with the right hand, got the roll. Tanner has 6 points. We're tied at 32. Washington hounded by Owen. Lurquin is fouled as he takes it up. And Tanner Stevens is going to get that foul. That's his third. So a big foul on Nekoosa as one of their starters now with 3 fouls. Nobody else with more than 1 for the Papermakers, I believe. Nope, Savage has 2. Ethan Lurquin makes the first. And he makes the second, giving him 20 points for the half. Not bad. Not a bad start to your basketball season, huh? Sort of hard to maintain that pace, but Sipla left it short. Melvin battled inside with Lytle. Held ball goes to Nekoosa. Minute 31 to play in the half. Savage puts it in play. Owen fires the 3, got it. Owen now with 5 points. Nekoosa with the lead at 35-34. On the other end, Lurquin with the miss, and we get a Poynette foul inside. Manning with a foul. It's only the 6th team foul on Poynette. So it'll be common foul out of bounds to Nekoosa. They have the basketball, a 1-point lead, a minute 19 to play here in the first half. Owen wanted the 3, couldn't get it off. Kreider will take it. Hey, Ty Kreider having a pretty good half. Nekoosa by 4. And now the 3 ball is starting to come for Nekoosa. Ball tapped away from Lurquin. We're going to say Nekoosa basketball. Nekoosa with their biggest lead of the night, 4 points, minute 1 to play. That's where the quick shot can hurt you if you're Poynette. If you're not making the shot, boy, you're giving the ball up in a hurry after running very little offense. Maybe not taking the best shot in the world. Owen lost it, picked it up, got it back to Kreider. Ty cut off on the baseline, back to Owen. Melvin lost it inside. We're going to get a held ball. This one will go to Poynette. 38 seconds to play in the half. Poynette has used 11 players here in the first half. Nekoosa has used 8. Now, Poynette looks like they might be sitting on the basketball for that final shot. Not like them. There's the 3 ball, and there's a make for Bradley Smith. 1-point game, 15 seconds to play in the half. Owen to the hole. 5 seconds.
Oh, come on.
Lytle got the shot off. And with that, the first half comes to an end. But what a first half of basketball action. Our halftime score, Nekoosa 38, and Poynette 37. Nekoosa will have the basketball as we begin the third period. Brad Savage will put it in play for Nekoosa. Nekoosa with Savage, Linsmeyer, Gershmal, Stevens, and Kreider in the ball game. Again, the double team. Nothing changed there in the Poynette strategy. Been very effective. Nekoosa with numerous turnovers, double digits. And Gershmal fires it out of bounds here to begin the third period. That was an unforced error. A little confusion, I think, between Brett and his teammate. So the Pumas on the attack. They trail by 1. Lurquin to the basket, missed the shot, drew the foul. So Ethan Lurquin certainly been a factor in this ball game. Brett Gershmal picks up his second foul. Lurquin shoots 2. Excuse me, that's Tanner Brooks, who was fouled and shooting free throws. Brooks now with 9 points in the game, looking for number 10 right here. Nekoosa battles for the rebound. We're tied at 38. Kreider at the top of the key. Back to Gershmal. Savage has it poked away and taken away. To the other end. Brooks with another bucket. Poynette by 2. Gershmal lost it. 10-footer. A little bit long that time by Brooks. And Owen out with it for Nekoosa. End-to-end action. Owen got caught up and called for the travel. Good defense that time by Poynette. Gershmal out for Nekoosa. Tarek Tuttle's in the ballgame. Brooks. And they're going to say a held ball. I didn't see it from this angle, but evidently somebody got their hand in on that basketball. Possession arrow points to Poynette. They'll inbound under their own basket. Lurquin hands it off to Lytle. Lytle hounded by Savage. They go inside. Latimer with a miss. But again, the offensive rebounds by Lytle creates another Nekoosa foul. Nekoosa has had a problem rebounding the ball tonight. Tanner Stevens just picked up his 4th. Early in the third quarter, 6:21 yet to play. He'll take a seat. Hunter Sipla checks back in. Brooks takes it to the basket on Owen. Lost the basketball though, picked up by Kreider. Tuttle to Savage. Back on top to Ty. It'll give and go. Out of bounds to Nekoosa. Savage puts it in play. To Owen. Owen fires a quick 3. And Lurquin with the rebound. Good pass inside. Can't finish it though. That's Linnaeus with a miss. And now we get a wild pass by Lurquin. The Nekoosa basketball. Lurquin just got hung up that time. So Savage puts it in play right in front of us near the scoring table to Owen. Linsmeyer trying to avoid the double team. Sipla got away with a step. Nope. They got him for the travel. Hunter ran into his old man that time. Played about 2.5 minutes here. Poynette with the only points here in the half. They've got 3. Nekoosa yet to score here in the third. Good block. Nope. They're going to get a Nekoosa foul inside as Wiley Lytle took it up. Brad Savage with his third. Nekoosa in a bit of a foul situation now. Tanner Stevens already on the bench with 4, and Brad Savage now with 3. Scott Lenius looking for his first point tonight. He's one of the leading scorers last year for the Pumas. And he drills that one. 41-38. Zipla with a good move. Oh, it bounced out. Nekoosa gets back on defense, but still gives up the drive. And you know, that's going to go on Savage, I think. Number 4. What's number 4 on Savage now? So we've gone from bad foul trouble to very bad foul trouble. 5 minutes to play yet here in the third. And the troops getting a little bit thin for Nekoosa. 2 on the bench with 4 fouls. Brooks gets a good screen and knocks down the shot. Poynette has scored the first 6 here in the third period. Nekoosa still looking for a bucket. Throw it away there. And Owen makes a good play on Lurquin, knocking the ball out of bounds. Coach Balderschweiler doesn't like what he sees out there right now. He's going to take a full timeout. 4:43 to play, third quarter, 43-38, Poynette. Poynette will inbound and under their own basket. Lurquin working against Kreider. Oh, Owen got a hand in there and got a lot of Lurquin's arm that time. Easy call. Lurquin shoots 2. It's Owen's first foul. Team 5 already here on Nekoosa. They've committed 5 fouls in the third period. Poynette has yet to commit a foul. Lurquin now 3 out of 5 from the line. Make that 4 out of 6. 44-38. Zipla. Back outside to Kreider. Ty can't get off the shot. Good defense by Lytle. Tuttle finds Owen on the baseline. Picked up by Washington. Owen couldn't get it to foul. Make that fall, but did draw the foul. Miko Washington with his first. First team foul on Poynette. Owen Lensmeyer shoots 2. Nekoosa's first point here in the quarter comes at the 4:12 mark. And now trail by 5. Make it 4. Let's get a little run going here now, huh? Nekoosa a little token pressure. And they drop back into that man-to-man defense. Nekoosa's man-to-man all night. We get a travel called on Brennan Peterson. So Nekoosa gets the ball back. As Coach Weiss still using a lot of bench here. Even earlier in the third quarter. Owen called for the carry. It's been like a schoolyard game to some extent tonight. Poynette's really pushed the pace, and Nekoosa hasn't backed down at all. They're evidently willing to play that pace. 3 ball, and a long 3 ball by Smith is missed. Washington saves, but right to Savage. Owen with a good spin move, a nice block on the other end by Lurquin. Lurquin on offense. Before the shot, called for a travel. I didn't really see that one. I saw a little body action, little bump on Lurquin, but Nekoosa catches a break. Again, full court pressure. Melvin missed the shot, hustled down by Sipla. And Poynette gets it back. 3:20 to play in the quarter. Washington to Lurquin for three. Owen high for the rebound. He'll take the three. Lurquin with the rebound. Brooks back on top to Washington. He'll bring it on top. Owen pokes it away, picks it up to the basket, and a foul by Bradley Smith. Wasn't much else Smith could do that time. Once he had his pocket picked. Owen had a layup on the other end. So now at least the Nekoosa senior is forced to make free throws. Of course, Owen a pretty good foul shooter. That was a kiss of death, Tom. Owen now 2 out of 3. A few more substitutions for Poynette. Owen can get the Papermakers back within 3 here with a make. He does. 44-41. Near steal. Brooks down the sidelines found Lurquin. Lurquin missed the shot, tapped around on the floor. Kreider, and he's going to be called for a travel. I think. He called the travel, and evidently it was Kreider who went after the basketball on the floor and then maybe rolled over a little bit with the basketball. So the call is against Nekoosa, and Poynette inbounds. 2:40, make that 2:24 to play in the third quarter. 3-point game. Lurquin guarded by Kreider. Lurquin takes it right around him, finds a teammate inside, but we're going to get a walk. This got quite a break there, too. It sure looked like Kreider got a hand in on Lurquin. The officials doing a good job tonight, though. This has not been an easy game to call. It's been a fast-paced game. A lot of pressure by both teams defensively. Like here. Owen dribbles out of trouble. Now takes it to the basket, and before the shot, a foul coming up on Lenius. Scott Lenius with his third. Team third now on Poynette here in the quarter. Hunter Sipla looks for a teammate. Tuttle on top. His pass to Owen almost taken away by Brooks. Brooks just ran out of real estate. Sipla finds Kreider for an easy one. 1-point game, 44-43. It's Nekoosa hanging with Poynette. Brooks is fouled on the drive by Linsmeyer. Owen's second. Team number 6 now for Nekoosa. So Poynette will be in the bonus the rest of the night. Minute 47 to play here in the third. Oh, nice play by Sipla, getting a hand on the ball there. And again, Brooks got caught in the air, and Nekoosa with a steal. That was Lurquin that got caught in the air that time, not Brooks. 22 versus 20. They both have a little grizz on their face. They're sort of hard for old Tom to tell apart sometimes. Bad feed, I believe. Sipla tried to get the ball to Kreider and just overshot him. So Nekoosa had a chance to get back on top with that possession, turns it over. This is going to end up 25 to 30 turnovers tonight. Early in the season, though. A lot of practices coming up. Brooks knocks down the 3-ball. 4-point lead, Poynette. Kreider knocks down the 3-ball. 1-point lead for Poynette. Still a minute to play in the quarter. Brooks tries his shot at 3, and it's kicked out of bounds by Hunter Sipla. No, they're going to say it went off a Poynette player. Not a popular call in front of the Poynette crowd and bench. From my vantage point, it looked like it went off a Sipla. For what it's worth. 47-46. Owen. To the basket, lays it down. Nekoosa back on top with 50 seconds to play here in the third. Yeah, this is a pretty good Poynette team. Got a lot of returning players from last year, and again, they knocked off Lodi last year. Quite an accomplishment there. 3-ball missed. Pulled down by Owen. He has it taken away at half court. A 3-on-0 bust out, capped off by Riley Lytle.
20 seconds.
1-point Poynette lead. 15 seconds to play. Brooks with a steal. Brooks with a layup. Boy, Nekoosa not finishing out the quarter well at all. And now we do get a foul on Brooks. Lurquin made the steal that last possession. Brooks got the layup. And with 2.8 seconds to play now in the quarter, Nekoosa will have the basketball side court, midcourt. 14 fouls now on Poynette. So here comes the heave-ho.
Nothing easy.
Nekoosa just wants to make sure they don't turn it over here. Well, they can turn it over there. Well, they're going to get it back. Forgot to show it to you that time. At 45, Tower Menning had an easy catch of that pass for Poynette. And he had a ball go off his hand or off his foot, so Nekoosa gets it back with 0.4 seconds to play under their own basket. Ball is tipped inside, and that'll do it for the third quarter. So Poynette battles back. They take the lead after 3. It's Poynette 51 and Nekoosa 48. So Nekoosa has the basketball. They've got a little bit to make up here in this fourth period. Trail now by 3. Entering the fourth. More Poynette pressure. Kreider in the corner, double team. Finds Tuttle. Tarek inside to Melvin, back to Kreider, who got it. Nekoosa back within 1. Attacking the basket on the other end is Lytle, and he draws the foul. It'll be a shooting foul. Nekoosa in the bonus. They're probably going to call a 2-shot foul anyway. And on the line, Riley Lytle for 2. Andrew Melvin, by the way, picked up the foul for Nekoosa, his second. Lytle now 0 for 3 tonight from the line. Make that 0 for 4, but Nekoosa doesn't rebound the basketball. 3-ball. Boy, you got to rebound the basketball. It's Tanner Brooks with his 4th tray. And a 54-50 Poynette lead. Hunter Sipla, tough shot, but he drew the foul. Probably not a advised shot that time, but he drew the foul on Brooks, and he's going to shoot 2. Hunter with 9 points on the night, all of those coming in the first half. Line drive free throw is short. Latimer back in for Poynette. Pretty much have their starting lineup out there right now. So Hunter now with 10 points for the evening. 54-51, Poynette. Taken away by Kreider. Tie in the corner, back to Owen. Owen. Didn't have much balance with that shot. Outside that three-point arc. A miss, but another offensive rebound for Poynette. Linnaeus with it. Long three ball on the way by Brooks is around and out. And Owen's going to come up with a rebound. Boy, that was a crier. Zipla at the free throw line. Tuttle with the miss. And Poynette wants a timeout. John Weiss takes a timeout. 6:16 to play. Poynette 54, Nekoosa 51. 6:16 to play. Nekoosa trails by 3. Early in the season, this is the only ball game this week for Nekoosa High School. Boys will be in action again next week, Friday and Saturday. That's the Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving. They'll be at Assumption. Cranberry Classic, of course, we'll be up there to do those ball games and get them on public access. You don't see the girls on public access until they play on Tuesday, December 3rd. They'll take on Mauston here in the Nekoosa gym. Have about 25 games scheduled this winter. Nekoosa boys and girls basketball. Check your local listings. It's in the newspaper, the schedule on a daily basis. Also can find the public access schedule on the internet if you Google their website. Wild shot that time by Brooks. And did we get a foul call? Nope, they're just trying to figure out if that ball was deflected or not. They say a Nekoosa hand got on that basketball, but I'm not sure where. And it's not going to change, I'm sure, though the official is coming over to talk to Coach Balderschweiler, explaining what he saw. And that's what you make your call based on what you saw. Be it right or wrong. Nice job getting the ball inside to Latimer for the easy bank shot. 5-point Poynette lead. Ty Kreider, tough shot on the baseline. He didn't have a whole lot of room to work with that time. A lot of backboard in his way, but boy, nice job of knocking that shot down. Three ball on the way. That one's short. Owen with the rebound. Nekoosa down by 3, 5 minutes to play. Owen, good feed inside. Hunter Zipla lays it down. So Nekoosa catches Poynette napping on defense. 56-55, 4:40 to play in the ball game. This one will go down to the wire. And no matter who wins this ball game, it's been a good starter for both of these teams. Both have done a lot of good things, and both have a lot to work on as well. Linnaeus with the miss. Good rebound, good follow. And a bucket for Ethan Lurquin. Again, Nekoosa can't clear the glass defensively. And Lurquin very aggressively goes after that basketball, lays it down. And I believe Owen picked up his third foul. Nope, they're going to change it to 32. So Ty Kreider picks up the foul. That's his first. And Owen still with just 2. 8th team foul on Nekoosa. Of course, in this situation, Lurkwin, since he made the bucket, shoots 1. And rattles that home. Oh, terrible pass. Picked off by Brooks, but Brooks traveled. Wow. We'll try it again. Tuttle. Down the court, Owen. Ahead of the pack, lays it down, draws the foul. So here's a case where the pressure hurts you if you're Poynette. If you got a 4-point lead, and then you give up the layup on the other end, plus the free throw now. Linus, by the way, picked up his 4th, and Owen short on the free throw. 2-point game, 4:10 to play. Lurkwin, cross court. Peterson took it inside, and he's called for the walk. So Poynette not playing like a team with a lead right now. But then again, they're still playing the same game we've seen all night. An aggressive offense and aggressive defense. Tuttle against Washington. Kreider gets a screen from Tuttle. Savage in the corner. Brad back out to Ty. Knocks down the 15-footer. We're tied. Washington the other way. 3:30 to play in the game. All knotted at 59. Brooks had it slapped away, picked up by Lytle. Brooks. Circus shot, and it went down, and he drew the foul. Brooks got turned sideways that time. He had to finish the shot looking over his shoulder. But he did the job. Hunter Sipla picked up his 2nd. 2-point ball game again. And Brooks can make it 3 here. He's really picked up his scoring in the second half. 3-point game, 3:10 to play. Sipla, boy, that's a nice finish by Hunter. Good, strong baseline move. 62-61, Poynette. 2:45 to play. Lurkwin lost it. Nekoosa comes out with it. Tuttle, bad pass, but it goes off of, it went off of Lurkwin. And now I believe we're going to get a timeout. I'm not sure. Yep, Coach Balderschweiler is going to take a Nekoosa timeout. 2:28 to play. Poynette 62, Nekoosa 61. Brad Savage will put it in play. Nekoosa trails by 1. 2:28 left in this game. And it has been a very good game. Very entertaining game. Kreider in the post. Owen for 3. Got it. Nekoosa by 2. Poynette to the basket, to the rim. Lurkwin ties the ball game at 64. Savage is bumped on the dribble. Team foul number 7. That's a shooting foul now for Nekoosa. And Nekoosa Senior is going to step to the line in the 64 all ball game. Minute 54 to play. Bradley Smith back in for Poynette, replacing Scott Lenius. Make that. Savage with a 1-on-1. Brad has 5 in the game. Nekoosa with a 1-point lead. Make it 2. Full court pressure by Nekoosa. Papermakers have committed 9 fouls, but they take the ball away here as Tuttle gets it out to Linsmeyer, back to Ciplo, lays it in. How about that, huh? So Nekoosa surprises Poynette with some pressure, and they get an easy score. They lead 68-64, a minute 45 to play. So Nekoosa sends Savage, Linsmeyer, Kreider, Tuttle, and Cipla to the court. Again, the pressure. And this time, Nekoosa makes the mistake, commits the foul. I think Tuttle's going to get the foul. No, Cipla got the foul. Hunter's third, double bonus time for Poynette. So yeah, you commit that foul on the other end, and it's 2 free throws for Poynette. Riley Lytle. Missed the free throw. I'm not sure what the whistle was after that. Lytle 0 for 5 from the line tonight. There's a make. 3-point game at 68-65. Tuttle with it. Looking for a friend. Finds Linsmeyer. Nekoosa almost got the layup. The cheap one on the other end. But a good job by Bradley Smith getting back to knock that football. Basketball away. It's hard to break habits. Minute 34 to play. Savage gets it to Cipla. He had it tapped away. Here comes Poynette on the other end. To the basket. Tanner Brooks with a layup. 1-point game. Minute 23 to play. Owen. Tuttle in the corner, got it out to Savage. Minute 10 to play. Kreider, good job by Owen meeting that pass, and we get a foul on Ethan Lurquin. Minute 6 to play. Nekoosa did a pretty good job that time of spreading the floor and making smart passes. And Owen sure helped out that last pass by just coming a few steps to meet that pass. Saved the turnover and also got the foul. Owen makes it a 2-point game. 69-67 Papers. You'll get one more. Three-point game. No pressure this time by Nekoosa. They settle back into that half-court man-to-man. Lurquin with a quick shot, drills the 3. Boy, has he been dynamite here in the second half, huh? We're tied at 70, under 50 seconds to play. Savage, and we get a timeout called by Nekoosa. 42 seconds to play. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. As Nekoosa talks a little bit of strategy. Coach Ballischweiler really saved his team that time as he called the timeout just before Brad Savage double dribbled the basketball. So a break for Nekoosa. Boy, oh boy, I tell you, Lurquin and Brooks have just been dynamite tonight. Between them, they have 6 3 balls. They also have 14 regular field goals. By far the leading scorers for this Poynette basketball team tonight. Nekoosa's got some players, pretty good stats too. We'll talk about those at the end of the ball game. Owen is bumped. He'll go back to the line. Bradley Smith picks up his third. And Nekoosa senior Owen Linsmeyer, 6'1", senior guard. First team all-conference last season in the South Central, along with Mason Elson, who's a graduated senior. Owen doesn't get the roll. 1 point game, Poynette with the basketball. Let's see what they do. I would think they'd attack the rim. I don't think you want to sit on the ball for a last shot here, especially being down one. 20 seconds to play. They are pulling it out a bit. And I expect Coach Weiss to take a timeout here in a second. We're down to 10 seconds. Now he says go. And Poynette's going to attack the rim. They lost the basketball. Riley Lytle was ready to bring the ball up to shoot it. It slipped out of his hands. Out of bounds to Nekoosa. How about that, huh? Timeout on the court, 4.8 seconds to play. We're tied at 7. My mistake before. I was thinking Nekoosa was up by 1 when Poynette had the basketball. Well, in fact, it's tied at 70. Now Nekoosa with a shot. Maybe. Owen. Gonna get it away. Off the back of the rim. And we're gonna go into overtime. What a way to start the season, eh? After 4 quarters, it's Nekoosa 70 and Poynette 70. About to begin a 4-minute overtime. Of course, we'll have a jump ball to begin the session. It will be a 4-minute period. Savage against Lurquin. Lurquin controls the tip for Poynette. It's amazing these teams have anything left in their tank. They've really been working hard on that court tonight. Again, it's early in the season. I can't believe a lot of these kids are in basketball condition yet. Savage made a good play, but Poynette got it back. And we're going to get a quick timeout by Coach Weiss. Poynette looked a little pensive there to begin that first possession here in overtime. Timeout, tied at 7. Poynette will inbound the basketball in the far corner. By just looking at the stats thus far, Lurquin and Brooks have combined for 53 of the 70 Poynette points. Lurquin with 27, Brooks with 26. Quite the 1-2 punch. Tyke Ryder has 20 for Nekoosa, and Hunter Sipla 16 off the bench for Nekoosa. Again, Poynette looking a bit deliberate here. Something we haven't seen most of the game. They've been pretty free to shoot the ball up early in the possession. Well, if they're just trying to run clock, shorten the game, I can't believe they're going to keep the basketball or not shoot the basketball in the next 30 seconds or so. One thing they're not doing right now is attacking the rim. And we've seen Lurquin and Brooks do that all night. Lurquin takes the shot and knocks it down. How about that, huh? I guess patience does pay off, huh? Lurquin now with 29. And Poynette with a 2-point lead with 2:15 to play in the game, or in the overtime. Owen inside. Got off the shot, drew the foul. Boy, too bad he couldn't finish that one, huh? And I think he realizes that he'd like another shot at putting that ball down. Owen has missed twice from the line, make that 3 times from the line tonight. He's made about 5, and now another miss. 5 out of 9 is Owen from the line. He's a better foul shooter than that. 1-point game, 72-71 Pumas. Nekoosa full court pressure. They get a deflection. Owen missed the shot, drew the foul. Tarek Tuttle got a hand on a pass. Nekoosa creates the turnover. And right back to the foul line is Owen Linsmeyer. He'll shoot 2. Chance to tie here. Short again. Looks good, and it is. They're tied at 72. And again, Nekoosa will keep that full court pressure going. Brooks with it. Picked up by Kreider. Lurquin wanted the 3, turned it down. Ball on the ground. Nekoosa wanted to travel there, but Lurquin got away with it. They have the ball, minute 40 to play. Lurquin with an easy one here. Took it right down Broadway. Again, Poynette by 2 at 74-72. Kreider. Sipla. Savage. Brad draws the foul. 34. Latimer picked up the foul. And now it's Brad Savage with a chance to draw Nekoosa even. Get Nekoosa within 1 with this next throw. And does. 74-73, a minute 16 to play. 2-on-1, but Poynette's going to bring it out as Coach Weiss wants him just to run clock right now. Make Nekoosa come out and foul. Still a minute to play. Owen commits the foul. I don't know if he really needed to right there. There's 58 seconds to play yet. And now you're sending one of the better shooters on this Poynette team to the line to shoot 2. Owen's 3rd foul, by the way. Tanner Brooks shoots a pair. Got the roll. 3 out of 4 from the line for Brooks, 27 points. I believe Lurquin has 31 now for Poynette. Yep, 31 and 27 for the 2. And Brooks is good with a 2nd. Nice job of foul shooting by Tanner Brooks. 50 seconds to play. Nekoosa down by 3. Nice backdoor cut. Owen with the layup. Nekoosa must be out of timeouts, but they get a dead ball. The ball was tipped after it went through the hoop by someone, and the outside official came over to the scoring table and said, put 41 seconds on the clock and we'll start. Poynette with 1 timeout remaining as the inbound. Do a good job against the Nekoosa pressure. They pull it out with 30 seconds to play. I think you want to foul someone besides Brooks or Lurquin, but again, Owen fouls Brooks. Owen's 4th. 26 ticks left in this ball game. Tanner Brooks shoots 2. Brooks now 5 out of 6 for the night from the line. And he's hitting some clutch free throws here down the stretch. Three-point game. 20 seconds to play, and Nekoosa is going to use their last timeout. 21.6 seconds to play, 78-75. Poynette. Nekoosa needs a 3-ball. They trail by that. 21 seconds to play. Owen. Kreider on the wing, 15 seconds. Owen fires the 3 off the rim, rebounded by Brooks, and that's pretty much going to do it. 7 seconds to play. Poynette going to the other end to shoot free throws, and they have a 3-point lead. Owen had to force that one up. Nekoosa needed the 3-ball. Time was getting short. He had a little bit of iron there. Of course, if Brooks misses both of these, Nekoosa still with a shot. With 7 seconds to play. I believe Nekoosa's out of timeouts. I believe both teams are out of timeouts. They rebound the ball here. Get it down the court. They've got a shot. Rattles out. Kreider. Tuttle. Owen. And Owen is grabbed at center court, and it's an intentional foul. I understand the strategy, but in high school, that just doesn't work. You cannot do that. You can't just go out and grab somebody and not get called for an intentional foul. And that's exactly what happened. If he would have made a play on the basketball, it would have been a different story, but he did not make a play on the basketball at all. So now 2.4 seconds to play. Owen Linsmeyer will shoot 2, and then Nekoosa will get the basketball back. And Owen good in the first. Wow. Did that change the game in a hurry, huh? Of course, the 2 misses by Brooks really helped too. Owen now with 23 for the night. Nekoosa back within 1. There's 2.4 seconds to play, and Nekoosa does have a timeout to take. And Coach Baldischweiler is going to take it. 78-77, 2.4 seconds to play. Again, next week we'll be up at the Assumption Cranberry Classic. Dan and Jim and I, well, Jim's deer hunting next week, but Dan and I will be up there next weekend. Nekoosa plays 2 ball games, one on Friday night, the 29th, and again on Saturday, the 30th. And one of those games will be against Assumption. I'm not sure who the other opponent is for Nekoosa this Cranberry Classic. Nekoosa girls in action soon. We're going to have their first broadcast of one of their games on Tuesday, December 3rd. Actually, we'll be recording the game on Tuesday, December 3rd when they take on Mauston here in the Nekoosa gym. That same week, December 6th, we'll be taping, or recording, I should say. Tape is obsolete, you know. The boys taking on Mauston, that's on Friday, December 6th. What's Nekoosa going to do now, huh? They've got 2.4 seconds left to play. They need to get off a shot. They don't need to get off a 3 anymore, but just a shot. They run a back screen for Kreider. Owen with it. 3-ball on the way. Is good. Owen Linsmeyer knocks down the tray. As time expires, and Nekoosa gets themselves a thrilling comeback win tonight over Poynette. Nekoosa 80, Poynette 78. And what a ball game tonight here in Nekoosa. And I mean that for both teams. It's a shame that one of them had to lose. But I tell you what, it's always good to see the Papermakers on top when that clock ticks down. What a game tonight for the Papermakers. Owen's third 3-ball of the night couldn't have come at a better time. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, everybody going home happy here in Nekoosa anyway. Going to be a bit of a bitter ride back for Poynette though. 80-78 our final. Quick scoring rundown. First for the Poynette Pumas. who really set the pace tonight up and down the court. A lot of scoring. I can't remember the last time I saw 80-78, 158 points here in the Nekoosa gym. Fun game to watch. According to my estimates here, Ethan Lurquin led the Pumas tonight with 31 points, including 2 3-balls. Right behind him with 30 points was Tanner Brooks. He finishes with 4 threes and 30 points. Other scorers for Poynette, Scott Lenius had 1. Riley Lytle finishes with 10. And Ben Latimer has 4 points. For Nekoosa, Owen Linsmeyer knocks down the big 3 in the end. I believe Owen finishes with 26 tonight, including 3 trays. Ty Kreider adds 23 for Nekoosa. Hunter Sipla 16. Brett Gersmal with 2. Brad Savage with 7. And Tanner Stevens 6 points for the Papermakers. Was a close game throughout, no doubt about that. Poynette led 23-19 after 1. Now Nekoosa outscored the Pumas 19-14 in the second period, led 38-37 at the break. Poynette came back, outscored Nekoosa 14-10 in the third. Nekoosa outscored Poynette 22-19 in the fourth. We were tied at 70 heading into overtime. Nekoosa puts up 10 points in that overtime period to Poynette's 8. Of course, capped off by the Owen Linsmeyer 3-ball at the buzzer. Gives the Papermakers an 80-78 win. With the win, Nekoosa now 1-0 on this young season. Of course, Poynette starts the season 0-1. Great game tonight. We've got the Assumption Cranberry Classic games coming up next week. Actually, even the week after on River City's Community Access. Hope you catch those ball games as well. That'll wrap it up for us tonight. I want to thank myself for doing both the camera and the commentary tonight, as my camera person failed to show. I'm going to have to follow up on her. But it has been great bringing you this ball game. I certainly enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. And I hope you join us again next time for Nekoosa Sports.